Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the studio. It's a little cold outside. And like I said in the caption, I'm going to slap some paint on some paper. And I figured, hey, why not? Why not you join me? I think I got all the lights on. Let's put a little bit on so the desk will be, so when we go desk time, you can see and hang out. So we're going to pause a little bit and see what's going on. Let's give out a little shouts out. So, what's been going on today? I have been doing homework. I guess you can say homework because I've been doing some YouTube learning because y'all know this is a whole new thing for me over here. And it's really been the first time that I've been concentrating on doing something, learning something with all this social media stuff. I hear TikTok is still TikToking. I didn't go over there. My husband sent me a message, and so I was like, well, I'm over here on YouTube, so it doesn't matter. But I was, how can I say, encouraged. I've been in the studio a little bit this morning. Well, this morning I was in the studio after I had my devotion, did my devotion, and then I came in the studio to clean from last night because I finally finished my, oh God, where it is. Okay, over there. I'm going to share some things, but I finally finished this piece that I've been working on since October. And it finally says finished to me. I'm looking at it over there because it's like I'm finished. Like I don't see anything else I need to do. Maybe put some white splatter on it, but I had to wait till it finished. I had to wait till it dried. So I was cleaning up from doing that. And then as I was doing that, I had my YouTube up because I had watched Nick this morning, a couple videos, and then I came across another video, and then I came across another one. Then I finally paused on one that made me I won't say stop in my tracks, but really um she motivated me to do something different with my junk journals. And her name is Teresa Hayes, I think it was. I'm trying to use my old memory. But she has a junk journal, and she has prompts. I like a good prompt, right? So that way you don't have to really think about what you're doing and how you're doing it. And then I went back through my Teachable account trying to find some things um, that was something I wanted to finish because I have, what is that thing called? Wanderlust. And how many have wanderlust for years and years and you haven't done them? Well, 2023, I got all the way up to, I want to say week 40. And for whatever reason, life happened, I kind of fell off. So I kind of went back to that because, sometimes you just needed to be re energized with some things. And for me, I'm always going to slap paint on paper. I'm always going to slap paint on something, whether it be paper, a canvas, wood. We got it. Wherever I can slap some paint, that's usually where I'm going to do it. So that's what I was doing. And earlier, I had already created my little junk journal, the little things. So after she was doing the things that she was doing, I was just like, oh my goodness, I did just clean the studio. And so let me see, because I have two baskets. Y'all know I got baskets and boxes, one, two, three boxes. And so we're going to create. We're going to create some things. I'm going to do a lot of it over in my Patreon. So if you would like to join me in my Patreon, the link is in the description box below. And after this live, come and join me over in my Patreon. It's all about slapping paint on paper, talking about strategies of how to navigate life and, when life has happened. Because, I started really, really doing all the things on my YouTube channel when I lost my son 5 years ago. And now I'm just doing a little bit more of just hanging out, right? And sharing with people that when life knocks the hell out of you, you just want to know how to get back up. And the question that everybody was asking me is, Karen, how do you still show up in the world after losing not one but two children? Well, first of all, it is nothing but the grace of God that keeps me in my sane sanity and keeps me smiling some days. And even on the days when I don't want to smile, I still stand. But I come in here and I slap paint on paper. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time. Y'all know I give it a little bit of time so people can come in, because I don't want to start doing things and then I got to kind of back up. But so we do a little bit of face to face for the people that don't know me, haven't seen me, and it's just like, hey, who is this girl that's over here? And you stop through, hit that like button for me, and subscribe to the channel. If you hear anything or see anything in the background that makes you want to be very, very curious, because we're over here on YouTube just really having fun. That's all I'm doing. I am not working hard. I'm not working at all. I'm just having fun. And when you have fun, you don't have to worry about it. I do have a bag. Y'all know I'm turning bags into books and all the things. Where are we? Okay, we're at 5:42, so we're going to pop over. I had my coffee, but it got cold. I have a dog that is kind of came in the yard. It's not my dog. And my neighbor thought it was my dog because all he saw was black. But he didn't pay attention that the dog had a tail. And my dogs are Rottweilers. They don't have tails. I didn't keep any of my dogs with the tail. So when I went out there, and mind you, it is right now 32 degrees outside. So I told my husband when he comes home, if there's a lab in the yard, out in the dog's field, because I closed the gate so he won't get out. And whoever it belongs to, I'm trying to keep it safe so it won't go in the street. That's my point. So by the time my husband come home, if the dog is still out there and the temperature is dropping, I'm going to be one of those people, because I know my husband's not going to do it, but I am going to try to get the dog, take one of my dogs out of the crate and put it in the doghouse so that, for one, it won't have to be outside in the cold, because I think tonight it's going to get down to like 26, and it's not the weather for a dog to be outside. And I would want somebody to take care of my dog if my dog got out. So my neighbor, 2.5 acres over, he's never seen a dog. I've never seen a dog. But remember, we don't have neighborhoods here like subdivisions. We have neighbors that are 2.5, 3 acres, 5 acres away. So we checked across the street. He said he was going to do all his due diligence. So if the dog, when I go back out there, by the time my husband come home, like I said, if the dog is still out there, I'll make provisions, because that's just my heart. That's what I'll do. And the dog is very, very, very friendly. So it's not aggressive. I've already interacted with the dog, and he's already, let me know that, I just want to find my home or whatever. So we're not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Now, my husband, on the other hand, he don't fool with other people's dogs. He barely fool with our dogs. He says he's not scared of them, but he moves very cautiously. So, okay, it is, where are we? Oh, we're 8 minutes in. So let's move on over to the desk and let's see what we got going on in the desk. We're going to do a little bit of creating, just a little bit. And remember, if you're watching the replay and you're not subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate you joining us on this journey. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification, so that when I do go live, because technically I'm not supposed to be going live until Monday and Wednesday, but this is an impromptu. Why? Because it's cold outside. It's cold. Okay, let's mosey over to the desk and see what's going on. All right, let's move this because, and let's put it on Do Not Disturb, because we don't want to be disturbed. And y'all know what? I forgot to put up there we go. Your camera quality is amazing. Listen, I forgot to put up the, hey, Sarah. I was like, wait a minute. Let me put up I closed out things because I needed to figure out how to put my this camera on my, what do you call this thing? Let me leave stuff alone before I be done messing it up. My switcher, so that I can go back and forth easily. And I finally figured it out, but I had to close out some things. Okay, so we have 3 books that we made, paper. But let me get you this one is I love it. I started it it was a mixed media board that I started probably in 22 maybe. And then I was watching it, I was looking at it, and it started talking to me, and it was like, hey, don't you want to change me? And I was like, not really. I like you the way you are. So I left it alone. And then October came. Y'all know that's Joshua's anniversary month, and it started talking to me again. So here we are, and this is the finished project process. I wish I had a before picture. I don't know why I didn't take a before picture. Probably because I didn't plan on messing, well, not messing it up. I didn't plan on bothering it. Like you probably have seen it in the studio. I will look and see if I do have a picture of the before. But by the time I finished with this, I started in October, and then it was gradually. I think I have a picture of it before. Let's see. I don't think so. I don't. I just took a picture of the process, but I know I don't want to spend too much time because I know I didn't take a before picture. I know I didn't because I'm bad at number one, putting dates on my things, and I'm bad at taking a before picture if I change something, and it's not in the recent photos, so I'm not worried about it. You say my camera quality is amazing. This is just my phone. Ain't that great? Listen. Oh, and again, I cleaned my lens. I cleaned my what you call that thing? My phone. I cleaned it, and then I raised it up a little bit so it would stop adjusting. Like I got to come real high, and then it. See how it does that? You don't want to do that. And I realized it was too close. I needed to have some more hand movement, some more hand jive going on. All right, let's move that over that way a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right. So this one, I don't know how, I haven't given it a name, but it has so many layers. That's why I didn't take pictures along the journey because it started out as a basic and it's on a canvas. So it started out very, 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 very plain. And now it has alcohol ink. It has little embellishments that I put on there that goes on my junk journals. I put it on there. It has got a little depth to it. If you can see, we got that. It has a lot of depth. Let me show you. You can see how it's raised up. I put molding paste on here, let it dry. Then I put color on it. You can see up there. And this is just, I put for this to represent the sky. And then I took this because this bird kind of dropped out of something that was sitting on the desk when I picked it up. And I was like, well, let's see if we can still slap that on there because usually I put paper on there before. And so let me show you what these usually look like before they get to looking like this. This one is on my easel because it's huge. So this is what they look like before. This one is pretty big. So I normally, that's why I was a little worried, like if this one, because that was paper. That was a piece of paper that I had, and I really glued it on after the fact. So I didn't know how well it was going to glue on, and then I glued it on top of some lace and something else that was there. But it did really good. It's holding on and it's, glued in good. These are buttons that I had that I stuck on there. And this was just some regular old, what are these little things? They were foam things I got from the dollar store like this. They're not wood. I don't know what they're called, but so why I chose 1 and a 0, I couldn't even begin to tell you. But over here, there's a number 9. And then over here somewhere, there was a number 7. But 7 and 9 are two of my numbers. 7 for sure. But 1 and 0, I couldn't even begin to tell you. Couldn't even begin to tell you why I put the 1 and the 0. And Patreon, you most certainly have a class on this. So this board right here is basically the start of it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is a class in Patreon look, let me get this because I don't want to mess my flowers up. But yeah, I need a name for this. It hasn't spoken to me. Usually when I'm doing them, they come. This one came, normally I do these on books, in my art journal. So I don't know if you remember. So if you've been following me or if you're watching, um, this is where I usually do this. So let's back it up a little bit. So this is the ending. This is not even the beginning. This is somewhere in the middle of the process. So once you start on a canvas, so this is this, let's see, this side, left side, right side, top, and you can't even see the bottom. Let's see the bottom. And I want to say this is 11 by 15. I want to say it's 11 by 15. Okay. This one right here is, so you put, I ran across these numbers in something. Remember, I just cleaned the studio up. So I saw these numbers and then I was getting ready to get rid of them. And it was only two, one, and a zero. So I was just like, oh, we'll slap it on there. I don't know how it's going to be, but normally from beginning to ending of finishing this, it usually takes me, because you need time for this to dry, right? Lauren, I'm wondering if the dog got up because Lauren is whining. Okay. Usually Lily's the whiner, but Lily's in the doghouse. What's wrong? Sit down. Sit down. You know you can't walk down the stairs. Okay, I guess you're gonna show me up. Sit down. Sorry guys, Lauren came in the studio. Sit. Sit right there. There you go. Down. Well, you the one came all the way down there. Okay. She's like, how do you want me to come down the rest of these stairs? Well, I didn't. I didn't want you to come down them at all. She's looking at me very, very, very intriguing. But anyway, when you put like all of this, it's layer upon layer and it's molding paste. So we wanting the paste to dry. So therefore, from beginning to end, like I say, I started this one in October. We're in January now. And January today is the 19th. And it says finish. Like, I don't feel like I need to do anything else. Like I see, maybe splatter up here a little bit, but I really don't feel like I need to do that. So from this one to this one, I started in December. And no, I started in November. Yeah, because that was Thanksgiving. So I got the canvas and I started in November. And I just started kind of doing a little bit. It has to talk to me. You see what I'm saying? If it doesn't talk to me, then I don't bother it. Like it has a conversation and it calls me and then I'll go over and like this is stickers on it. These are just magazines, some ledger. I've even journaled on it, like right here, it was journaling on it. I wrote out the way I was feeling, literally is up under there. This is, well, I can't think of the young lady's name, but she's out of the magazine that I had, kind of took it out and just let her kind of pop out. The pool made me feel good. It was fall. Sometimes it means something, what's on here, sometimes not. I don't know. The music notes made me want, I like music, put some of my art in there. So it's a canvas. Like we still have some blank, like nothing has touched it, right? So I could possibly get a Sharpie and journal on it or not. Or put something, you can do whatever you want, is my point. Okay, so that's that. Let's move that over there. And this is the book, like I said, that I normally, when I started learning, like really how to do all the things, this is where I was doing it at. So I went from doing it in the book to whereas now you can see it's on a canvas. It can go on the wall in my studio and or I can give it away as a gift, or I can take a picture of it and put it in my shop and put a price on it and sell it. It's art. It's done. I will put a sealant on it after I give it a couple days to really, really dry because it's not dry. And then I'll seal it with a spray sealant so that way it is done. But yeah, look at this. It looks like you looking out the window and all of these other things, flowers. This one's not done because it's just, I can look at it and tell it's not done. This one's not done. This one's definitely not done. This one's not done. It could be, but it's not. Like I could do so much more with it. Chair, window. I love windows, getting windows out of magazines and putting them windows and doors, because then when you go around it, like I did right here, all of this paint and all of the things is around it. But then look at that window. It makes it pop out. So that's what this one is. So that's why I'll probably do some more green up here, maybe to go with the trees. I don't know. Again, they have talked to me. This one was probably after I watched Adina, I got motivated with because these were the new stamps. So I stamped them and stuck them in there. This one is done. And this one is napkins and fodder. I cut out my art. So these are my flowers that I painted, that I cut out, minus the butterflies, and just stuck down. This one is one of my favorite pages. Look. Let's put these back in. This is just parchment paper because I don't want the pages to stick together. That's what happens. Now, if I spray the page, it won't. See, even here, I journaled on this page. You can journal on it. These are some flowers that I got. They're raised up, so you can kind of see right there. This one probably I would say is not done. This was one of the beginning ones. And see, again, I have such a bad problem with putting dates on it. Let's see, when did I even put, I didn't even put a date. Yeah, I did. Oh, I gotta pull that up. Let's see. 24, June of 24. So this is not that bad. And I made this book. This is my own art journal. So go back up there. Go, because you don't look comfortable sitting there. This one, I don't know. And when I say I don't know, it just looks like a bunch of chaos on here. So that means it's not done. And then I would get some gesso or some white paint, get some white acrylic, mix it with a little bit of maybe burnt sienna to give it to really make this stuff kind of, I don't know, hone in or stand out. But right now it just looks like a bunch of stuff on a page, which is fine with me. This one is nice. This is layer upon layer because I kept changing my mind. But finally, I guess the girls, I want to put some greenery. Like I literally can take this page right here. Right now, it's saying, like it just started talking to me. And since it did, you get to see. So, and we're going to connect all of these. It's just the road to friendship. And that's all I really do. And then of course this is a Stabilo, so it's water soluble, and we're just gonna activate it right there. And don't spend so much time thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Just be very intuitive with with whatever it is you're doing. Like if you got something that's on your mind, don't think about it. Just go in your room or pull out your coloring book and just get to it. Don't worry about color. Don't worry about what color you're going to use. Just pick up one and just start slapping it down. Because at the reason is you just want to kind of calm down. You want to calm your mind. You want to just be relaxed. And so this right here, because of the women, I know it probably had something to do when I did it, was friendship. Because that's one of the things I was working on in 23 and 24 is developing more better friendships. Let's say that, better friendships. Now that line right now is very bold, very black as I'm looking at it. So that tells me that this page is not done, and putting that on there just really let me know that, which is fine with me because I can go on and continue doing something else with it. Just be very, just in just a little. Lauren, you really need to go back in the room because you and your paws on that wood is kind of annoying. Oh, listen, I'm gonna leave it alone. You coloring as you watch? Yes. Were you able to tag yourself in that video? I finally made it public because I had to put some thumbnails and some other things on it. This is Dina Wakley's stencil. No, whatever they're called, transparency. And then I just stuck it on there. Oh, I love this one, but it's not done either. I could take this and put some greenery. Let's see. I'm really worried about that dog. It's cold outside. And, I'm hoping whoever's dog it is realize it's missing and just get in the car and go looking for it and calling for it. But, like I said, if it's still out there and William gets home, then I'll take it and put it in, let one of the dogs inside, probably. And then the thing about that, then you got to worry, will he get out? Because he's a boy. So I don't need to have no, he could be a, what do you call it, Houdini. And William's probably going to be like, nope, we're going to leave him outside. And I'm going to be like, no. Dawn, how are you? It's cold, so I decided to come on in the studio. We came live a day early. Mondays and Wednesdays will be something different, kind of more creative. Still, listen, it's who I am. I don't have no other way to do it. I can't show up and try to do something one day and don't do something another day. We're in the studio. We're always learning how to keep our minds at peace. I was supposed to be doing a flip through, but this page started talking to me. So when it started talking, I just answered. Put some greenery on it, just kind of wake it up a little bit. All those flowers on there and didn't look like, I think I covered them up. Lauren is in the studio. She really wants to go out, but she just, I don't know why she's in here. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I don't think y'all have seen Lauren. Unless you've seen outside, because she's the one that's usually by herself. Don't want to deal with no puppies. Don't want to deal with no dogs. She don't want to deal with nobody. But she's in the house because the dog was out there earlier, and I wasn't finna go over and take her out because it's cold outside. I like, I'm not going out there, but I did walk out there to check on the dog. It's a lab. It's a black lab, and my neighbor, he was out there, and he's like, "Well, I thought it was one of yours, but now that I look at it, it has a tail." Yep, when it starts talking, I start slapping. You got it. That is it. And this one started talking. Look at it. That, and already that looks, look at that. See how that just gave it a little bit of life? Lauren's like, who are you talking to? Talking to the people, Lauren. Are you coming downstairs? Lauren is 11. So the stairs is something that I'm surprised she came down one set. Come on. Are you coming? Good girl. Now sit down. Sit down. Sit. She like, it's hard for me to get up to this seat from this seated position. She got to check it out first. She is normally not in the studio. So if you hear them feet, that's her walking around trying to figure out where she want to get. Because it's all these new smells down here. Okay, good girl. And because it's a smell, she smells that dog outside. She want to make sure she stays closer to me. Okay, I like that. So we're gonna let that dry. I do like that. And then maybe something over here. I don't know, because that's a teacup. That's tea. And then I don't know why. I just slapped flowers on top. Those are roses. So it kind of is busy. It was kind of busy. So, all right, we're going to take that. And then there was that one. That one is a little, I don't know. It's a lot of them I don't know. This one I love. Again, remember I say I like the windows. See how it just flows? And see how this one is coming together? So that's that. So let's close that. So yeah, so this is what I'm normally, I feel like I might want to put some white in there, but I'm not going to bother because I really like that. This one is not done. I started on it. This is actually my front yard in the summertime. You can tell the difference now. There's grass, and then these are flowers that were in my yard as well. So, and I journaled on that page as well. Not done. Started this one. Okay, so I took this page. Um, where is, let's see. So this page I pretty much took out of the book, meaning I created it in the book, and this has molding paste on it. And I bought a canvas, and the canvas is here in the studio. I'll I'll show it to you at the end. Don't let me forget. We have this one's not done. Just that was going to be the road to life and how bumpy it is. Let's see, is that dry enough for me to let it go? I think it is. Let's just put that there. And then today I wasn't going to sit up and look at TV. I just came in the studio. I was just like, yeah. I love this page. I can't remember the lady. I did a class and she said, let go and do butterfly. Draw it. So I drew this butterfly, y'all. There was no tracing, no nothing. Like I drew the butterfly. I was very proud of myself. And she was a left-handed teacher, which meant that we were both on the right side of the page and the left side. So for right-handed people, y'all would have did it over here. And, so yeah, us left-handed people, I tend to start on the right because I'm going to paint it and go that way, and I don't want to smear it with my hand. Yup. This one turned out to be good. I took this one also out of the book and did it on a canvas as well. You've been artsy all weekend? Is it the cold that made you artsy, Dawn? So this one, where's this one? Oh, it's over there too. I'm not getting up and going over there. But look, it says you are more than any one day could put into summation. Don't let what you did or did not do today let you drag dread into tomorrow. That's a word for today. Yep. So, and I also don't like to be intimidated by blank pages. So I would take something and slap it on a page so that way as we flip, they are not blank. Hope, love, and pray. This was a rose I got out of a book, and then of course I build on top of that, made it more cohesive to the page to where again it just pops out. I like that one. That one's done. So if you ever have a book and you are totally like, oh, the book, and you don't know how to start, get you a pen, get you two or three, like, and just literally just scribble, just go for it, like literally. Who cares what it looks like? Then when you got that, you come down here because I got these flowers. We know we got to have some greenery somewhere, and just kind of whoop whoop. And there we go. And because these are water soluble, these are the Stabilos. Once I do slap some more stuff, listen, as I do, let's look. Let's see what's on here. Life is a party. Well, it's not, but it can be. Depends on who you invite. All right. Slap it down. It doesn't matter. Like, really, don't pressure yourself. Like, totally don't pressure yourself. Just do it. Right now, it's not a blank page anymore. Who cares? Right? And then if I want to go even further, we can take and put her on there, put her right there. And I'm going to glue these on because if I stick some water, some gesso, or no, what's that stuff called? Medium. it's going to activate the Stabilos, and I don't want to activate it right now. But let's just slap these ladies down. Let's put her over here in the corner. Her cute. As my granddaughter say, her cute. There we go. And oh, let's put her right on there. Feel like that's gonna mean something. And there we go. Now the page is no longer blank. And for me, I don't have a whole plan. So what I will do is pay attention to the colors on here. Blue is on there, yellows and greens, all comparable colors. We can move forward with those. And there you go. So that's how I usually start out. And then you come over here. This one was a busy page. I put napkins, a decoupage the page, and then that's a doily. And then this road right here was supposed to be a tree, but it actually looks like a hot road to hell. If you kind of look at all that red, and then it just like, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to change that. I'll probably slap some white paint across that, and that be that. But Joy is on there, so yeah. But I like this, so we'll build around this and probably get rid of that. Because I try to keep up with the composition and have a focal point. But this is my focal point. I wanted this to be my focal point, and that is just kind of a little disturbing to the eye, I would say. What would you say? What would you guys say? Is that a little disturbing to the eye? That's just what I would say. That's just me. But sometimes I live in a dark space, and sometimes it get a little dark. Just sometimes. Just sometimes. Not all the time. Sunday, I think, is the day for YouTube, because I said I was going to come on here and then I was going to spend some time scrolling through other people's YouTubes, because it was seeming like in my, what do you call it, in my thing over on the side where you got subscriptions, right? Seems like everybody was on YouTube. So I was just like, let's check them out. Let's check them out. But because I was on here and I wanted to come on and hang out with you guys, I decided to show up. Okay, let me get this. All right, hold on. These platforms are, eventually one day it's just going to show up and do a platform, and I'm going to have all my platforms attached to my Ecamm. But once I talk about it on here, and then once I get off, y'all, I forget to connect them. Okay, this one I love. Doesn't this look like an apple tree? Looks like an apple tree. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It does. And Okay. There we go. All right, great. I had to put my comments where I could see them. Oh, I like that. Ta-da! All right. So Sarah said she's slapping paint or slapping. She's painting in a coloring book. Is it your coloring book, Sarah, or is it you have a canvas, or because y'all know Sarah got it all. So these butterflies on this page, and all of these, I drew these in, drew those in, but oh, I put a date on it. This one is 6/13/24. Oh, look at me. But you see how I wanted the sky? That's why I use alcohol ink, and I have to be I've gotten better. So looking at this tells me, and looking at this tells me I've gotten better. So what I did was put paste on here, just regular white paste, slapped it across there, let it dry, and then I put the alcohol ink on there. So now it makes it look like it's a into the night kind of, like, see, you're walking into the night kind of. You're coming out of all of this here. If you think of, have y'all seen Wicked? And you walking through the Oz of it all, and it's kind of look like you're just emerging out and into the night, or the day, or maybe the day leading into the night. So this one is amazing. So it speaks to me like it's just sitting there. It was like, hey, pick me back up. All right. Those are my granddaughter's feet from the summer. So I haven't done anything else, but I took the picture, printed it out on what's that paper, and then just stuck it in there. So this is my you haven't seen Wicked yet? I loved it. I loved it. I usually don't like all that singing and things because now the Wizard of Oz, once I grew up, the Wizard of Oz, all of that was just like, oh my God, they sing too much. But now, or walking into the light. Oh yes. So it's one of those things, like when it's for you, it's for you. But Wicked, I looked at because I was with my granddaughter, so I was just like, okay, we can look at that, and we did, and I liked it. So, um, it's cool. But I like this, and now that I'm looking at these are bean paints, and I like how I did that. This was supposed to be like the cover or to go into a book or something because the colors turned out so good. And then I had the colors over here that I got from Joann's that came in the mail the other day, my Happy Mail. These are my grown Daniel Smith. If you've been following, you hear me. That's a running joke. I don't like the little ones. You got, these are the baby ones. Um, these are babies. These are the people you want to try them, but then you want to get the grown ones. So that's the running joke with that. Did I think, let's see, how many are in here? I need one. Oh, that don't go in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I got too many. One, there's two, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of these shouldn't belong. One of these doesn't belong in here. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Because my point was I was gonna swatch it. Oh, listen, I digress. Look, squirrel. Squirrel. I think it might have been this turquoise. But that still was anyway. Anyways. But I swatched them. Um that's what these are. Okay, let's get this out of the way. See how I digress? Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Lauren's looking at me like, what? There's a squirrel in here? No, Lawrence, not a squirrel. But these I did, and they are from, we have Opera Pink. Oh, that's what I think that's what that was. Then we have, maybe that's not the one. Undersea Green, Burnt Sienna, and Indigo. It should be 5. So that meant one of these, this green was it. Okay. And these are, let's open them up. So I made, after I painted them, so this, I'd swatched them, and then I painted. You know, I don't like to waste paint, so we had to clean out our thing, but I painted. Oh, I like the way, see how I did those on the side? So, yeah, there is the burnt sienna, the indigo. Oh no, that's what it is. That's phthalo blue. And then this is actually some ink. Let me show you. Oh, yeah, and then I used buff titanium and SEPIA. I need to see what that is. But I used, if y'all know Ferris wheel, I use them in my flowers. And do. Why? Because if they have, see how this one has stuff in the bottom of it? It gets caught in my nib. So it doesn't work for me. So I started using them. Once you shake it all up, I started using them in my flowers. So that's what's on this one. So let's put that there. That's Ferris wheel. And this one is Midway the Magnificent. That's the name of the color. I was in a Ferris wheel press day. I love the bottles, y'all. They just so cute. Yeah, I got plenty of them over there. Okay, so use that for this flower. That's that. And then the phthalo blue, the burnt sienna is in there, and that's mixed up with a little bit of this one. And that's how that was. And so, and then the green, you got to have the green. The green is in all of them. So let's put that there. And that green mixed together gave me some of the other things. And then I really did a missing one. Oh no, and indigo. And you can tell indigo. So what I did was took indigo and made the flowers. So these are indigo flowers. And then this is opera pink and indigo on my brush. I did a tutorial in my Patreon with these fabulous brushes. It has this awesome, 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 awesome tip that gives you this flower. And so that worked out. All right, guys, William is home, so I'm going to see if the dog is still out there. Is the dog still out there, Mr. McCoy? I thought I heard him come in the door. Maybe I didn't. Lauren ain't moved, so maybe it was just me. And then but then we have Buff Titanium, which all I did with Buff Titanium was mixed it with burnt sienna to get a lighter brown flower. I mean petal. That was it. I didn't really put it in anything, but you can see this right here. Let's really talk about this. The ink, how bold and vibrant it is on here. And then I just left the swatching up there and just paint it, because what I was going to do is what? Make it out of a little book. And so I'm going to get some paper, and then I'm going to sew a couple of signatures in here, and the front will be my flowers. And then I'll probably do something else, take something else. Oh, you is here. You is the dog still out there? You didn't see him? Can you go look in with the light and let me know? Because if he is, then I don't want him to stay out there because it's gonna get too cold tonight. And Max said he was gonna go up the road and see who, because he thought it was our dog, but then he saw it had a tail when I was out there with the dog. It's like, nope, not mine. So I had left it out there because I wanted whoever maybe to come by and see. But so if you don't see him out there, then Mac might have got whoever he was and told him where he was, and they might have came and got him because I haven't been back out there. Been on here with my peeps. Okay. Told y'all he's gonna have that look like the hell I'm finna bother with that dog. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to take some where is they? Where are they? So I have some scraps. And that's what we're gonna do. I have some scraps, and that's all I'm gonna do is take some scraps. We're not gonna get new paper. We're not gonna get some more cardstock. We're just going to take some regular scraps wherever they are in my studio, which y'all know I got a whole basket full of things that we can take and put in here. And so that's what, when I was on, I think it's Teresa's, I know her last name is Hayes. When I was on her live this morning, that's what it made me think about the junk journal thing. And I was just like, oh, wait, I can do that, right? So it was one of the things that um, popped in my head. These are very pretty. So I opened them up, closed them up, and did the thing, and that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so if you're watching, if you're hanging out with us or whatever, if you want, please hit the like button or share with somebody else that don't want to be outside in the cold and maybe want to just hang out with us here in the studio. That'd be great. Today is Sunday. I know a lot of people looking at football. That's cool too. I'm just not one of them. I guess it's a game on. I'm not sure. But yes, so if you, yeah, see how that ink, oh, God, that was, I hope you saw that before. But yeah, this gets stuck in my nib. And I'm just like, I got tired of cleaning it. So that was that. That's how that went. Okay, so we're going to have this, and we're going to close this one back up. You can flip it this way, flip it that way, either way. But I took the shearing scissors and gave it this nice little edge. And that's what I did. Yeah, because I was in the studio till, yep, there's a game on here. I don't even know. That's probably why my husband's looking at me crazy. Like he was supposed to be off today. And so then he had to go into work. And then now I'm asking him to go look out there and see if somebody's dog out there. But hey, he was going out there anyway. I think this one, let's put it this way. This would be a better cover. And you know this watercolor paper is hard, so it's good to take a bone folder and really get it to lay down. But it doesn't matter. Oh, you know what, guys? I could also do it like look at that. And just y'all know how I make my use the Coptic stitch. I could do it that way. Did you get the thing is in there? You got the okay. Um the Coptic stitch, and that will be pretty. Look, wouldn't that be a beautiful spine? That mean, oh man, I might have to do that. Lauren, did you want to go with him? Cause you looking. We don't need our dogs out there just in case he's out there. Although he's friendly, but I'm a dog person. I don't mind. I think I show up with the dog spirit to just like, hey, it's okay. And I wanted him to feel safe. But I'm thinking that might work, guys. I might need to go find some more of my. These are what size? Hold on, let me see what size this was. Excuse me, Lauren. These were 8 by 8, so that's why they work out. That's why they would work out good. So I'd have to find some more 8 by 8s, maybe, and then turn them into a book that way. Oh, that might be fun. What do you think? What do you think? Tell me what you think, guys. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Let's see. And I have plenty of prints. But this is what it, if you don't know what the Coptic stitch, this is what I'm talking. It means I'll be sitting there stitching, but I literally would take my prints and I would take probably, because this paper is so thick, I'd probably let these be the signature. So I wouldn't need to put anything in the middle. And because this, what is this? This is, yeah, these were watercolor paper too. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I am. Yep, that will make a sweet little book. Yes, Dawn, I think it would. And we already got the needle and thread already there. Y'all, this, listen. These needles were 75 cents. Look how old this is. I have my aunt's sewing box from years ago when I was in 4-H and all the things. And I opened it up and I was like, oh my goodness. Like, look at this. This was 1985. 1985. Kind of made me, it was very nostalgic. Because 85, I wasn't married. I was in the 10th grade in 4-H. And that sewing box is full of all the things. Like she taught me how to sew. She taught me how to crochet. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to wash. She taught me a whole bunch. So coming across these it was very nostalgic yesterday. Really, I hadn't opened the box up. Really, really. But it has thread in there that was 10 cents. It's like, there's no such thing anymore. But anyways, I digress. Squirrel. So, but again, I have the thread already here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep. Isn't this a cute little book? Yep. And then these I actually sold at the, oh, that's why this one didn't get sold, because I've already started painting in it. But this one, and I missed a stitch. That's why I didn't sell it. Because if you miss a stitch, it just doesn't turn out right. So this is the Coptic stitch, and I really did enjoy it. You go? You don't see him in that field? Uh huh. Like the gate open? Well, it wasn't. No, it wasn't locked. It was just hanging on it. I didn't want to lock it. I didn't lock it like it, but okay, he might. So hopefully he's gone. Hopefully he's gone to his home. I don't want to let the dogs out till I know for a fact that he's not right. They don't need to go out anytime soon. I think I was in the eighth or ninth grade then. In 85, really? Yeah, in 85, I was in the 10th grade. Um, yep. And this one, it actually has a date. It was 10/1/85. So that's October the 1st, 1985 when she actually got this. It's like, oh, 85, 85. Let's see. Yeah. I just took a squirrel, really, really squirrel moment and digress. So, yeah. But yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to find some more that I can make into a little book like this. This will be such something like this. And I'm going to find, because it's already done, because they're already painted, I won't need this many signatures. So this one has a lot of signatures in it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So maybe take 12 pieces, because the more I put in here, the more it's going to be. So maybe not that many. Let's see, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. So I'll do 5. And it'll all have my artwork. So I'll have to go I put all my artwork that I've done, whether it's been practiced or not, I put it in the bin over there. So I'll have to go dig in the bin and get it. But I will make sure it measures out to, because this paper was 8 by 8. This is practice paper that I use, that I get from Walmart, as a matter of fact. And this is good paper. Look at it. So this isn't a paper quality haul, but just to let you know, you can see how it does do good. I need to stop opening and folding this. It's getting it doesn't like being opened and folded too much. So that's what we're going to do with that. That's a good idea. Happy for that. And I do need to make another art journal, because this is what I did with this book. I made an art journal. So I made my own art journal book, and this is made from watercolor paper. And each signature, are they doubled up? Let's see, I can't remember. Yep, it's 2 signatures. So it's two per signature. And this book, the thing I like about this is it lays flat no matter. Oh, look, that turned out great. Look how that pops off there. That green just popped out. So the signatures, no matter how you flip the book, it lays flat. That is another reason why I love doing signatures, doing my own book. This one almost got it's getting a little chunky, but you can see it's still holding up real good. So I do need to try different bindings. Yeah, so have you done this book binding with the Coptic stitches? I love this. These turned out so good. I was supposed to sell this book and I couldn't let go of it because these turned out so good. I was just very, very pleased with this. And as I've gone through some of the adhesive or whatever's gotten in here, so it's binding itself as well. So I'm very, very pleased with this. And the cover, I was trying to think that this one, oh, that's what it is. It's the back of this. So this one is literally, once I finish with a book, once I finish with a pad, I keep the back, right? So I have 2 of these. So that means either I can wait till I'm finished with this pad or just rip it off, and then I can have an 8 by 8 book, or I can cut it in half, and then have a 4 by 4 book. So, but yeah, doing Coptic stitching it's like, I would have to compare it to fussy cutting. Fussy cutting. But I love this. I don't love fussy cutting. I don't like fussy cutting at all. Let's put it that way. I don't like fussy cutting. But I am going to do that. And I'm going to make another one of these. And also, when you do it, Dawn, make sure that you have a sturdy cover and back, because you're going to be using it as, it depends on what you're going to put in it. If I know, like what I've seen you do, like mixed media and stuff, you want your pages to be able to have something to hold on to, some grit to it. And then, like I said, the more you add to it, see how this page got all that yumminess in there? That actually, which signature is this? So this signature here, Is that one? Yeah, so see these pages? Here's the center. And so these pages right here on this side, they've gotten all that glue or whatever that adheres to that kind of leaks out to the stitching. Now this was a single. Oh, you love fussy cutting? Then you'll probably love this then. Bookbinding is fun. And it's real. This is the Coptic stitching, and I say the Coptic stitching. They always say people say stuff is easy because they know how to do it. I taught myself how to do it, but the thing I do like is this is single stitching, and this book right here, I tried to double it up, and as you can see, it's not as pretty, which is probably why I wasn't going to sell this one because it. Let's see. You can see the braid, like it looks like a hair braid right there. And this one is just because it was two threads. I think I'm saying that right. It was a double ply of thread. This was a single ply. So I only had to go through with just one. This one I had to pull two through. So being that I'm left-handed, if I messed up on how I was going, then it messed up. And so it just looked a little discombobulated to me. And I missed one. I hate when I miss one. Fiddly thing. Well, then you would like Coptic stitching. You really would. Coptic stitching is amazing. I like it. And again, you get to make your own book. Like, this is mine. And yes, I have all kinds of art journals over there, but this one is mine. I created it, and I've almost filled it up. Oh, look. Oh, I was going to say, well, we got a back page, but everything else is filled up in here. Look, it's filled up now. There we go. Who says we got to have blank page? I don't know who, but want me. As my husband say, want me. There we go. Boom. And just like that, every page got something on it. Okay. Where are we? Oh, we're over an hour. Okay, I'm going to get up off of here so I can go and make sure this dog is out of the yard and safe because I don't want it to freeze because it's so cold outside. The dog can freeze and I don't want it. I don't want a dead dog on my watch. Don't and don't. So let's get on over here. FaceTime. There we go. Let's move that over there. So yeah, so those are some things that I just want to pop on here. And I will tell you, even after I get out of here, go see about the dog, I am still coming back in the studio. Oh, I was supposed to show y'all the picture. See, look, I don't even have to move the camera. See the picture right there? That is the one that I was showing you that I took out of this book. Where is it? And I put it on the canvas. It's the one that looks like, no, that's not it. All right, let me lay the book down. It was towards the back, I thought. But that's the one that is a 11, that's 11 by 15 wood canvas. So the back of it is wood. It's got the wood frame in it, so this one. So if you can kind of look, that's where the motivation of this one came from. That one right there, came from me doing this one. So, and I like this one. It was a relaxing one. She's in yoga pose. It was basically breathe, relax, and don't stress. And so it turned out good. Now that one is not done because I still have a lot of stuff. Let's see. Uh-oh, excuse me, Lauren. Sorry. So this one, I still need to put some more white on it. It's not done. So where you see the stems going down from the little flowers, you kind of should see just a little bit of the stem in my mind. So it'll go back on the easel and I'll finish that one whenever it starts talking to me because right now it's not talking to me. Okay. Don't knock that over, Lauren. Oh, listen, y'all can see Lauren now. Lauren, you gonna get up? You gonna get up? Listen, she said no. There she is. Look, see, I got some wood, some paper over there. We're going to cut it up for some junk journals. Lauren, she's like, say hello. She like, no, he in there knocking some pots together. So she trying to see what her dad doing. Lauren, Lauren, say hello. Yeah, that's a good girl. I gotta hold my laptop. Let's see. There we go. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Okay. That's hard to do. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Okay, go on in there. Go. William, call her. Yeah, that's all she wanted. Because he's in there banging pots. So she want to get in there and see what he doing. Okay, sorry about all the moving. But yeah, so even after I come back, I'm still going to be in the studio. And Dawn, I don't know if you saw this one. This was when I first came on. This is one, She Is Complete. I don't even know what to call her. She doesn't have a name yet, but she is complete. So we put the date. I put the date that I finished. I started this in October. I'm going to try to find some pictures of what it looked like before it came into this. So yeah, I like this, but it does look like I am going to put some white dots to represent maybe stars, maybe right there. Not sure. So yeah. So that's what it is. So that's what we're doing. That's what I've been doing in the studio the last couple of days. And tomorrow, Monday and Wednesday are going to be my days that I'm in the studio talking about strategies of how to pretty much, what is it? What am I calling it? Strategies. So it's strategies of how to live a healthy life after the loss of a child, or maybe you haven't lost a child. Maybe you lost a loved one, mother, father, sister, brother, anything that has made your heart hurt and anything that has made you cry. And you're just trying to figure out what next. What's that pivot look like? Okay. So, okay, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I'm asking you to please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so that you will be notified on Mondays and Wednesdays when I do go live at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, if you're not on Central Standard Time, then you'll need to put in Google and ask Google what is time is comparable. I know East Coast is an hour ahead of me, and I think Denver, so West Coast Mountain is an hour behind me. Anything else, I can't help you. I think Pacific. Like Dawn, I think right now, the time right now for me, it's 7:30. You loving the hair? Yes, I'm getting used to it. It's change. Remember, my word for the year is change. So we're committing to a time on YouTube, which is Monday, Wednesday, and we have new hair. So we're doing things. We're changing up. We're trying to walk into what God is, the way God sees, And so now I'm getting a glimpse of some of the things that God has said. And I'm just not worrying about how we're going to show up anymore. We're just going to show up. And at the end of the day, when people ask me, how do I do it? Then this is how I'm doing it. I get to show you, not just talk about it. So a lot of the strategies that I've used in the last 17 years after my daughter and granddaughter's death, I'm pulling it out of my book personally and giving you strategies of how to show up in the world after life has knocked the hell out of you. Okay, so check out, if you haven't, again, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. If you're watching the replay, please join us in the studio. And it's 8:30, so yeah, you're an hour ahead of me. So, and check out my new video of the tour of the studio. We've done a 2025 revamp. I'm loving it. I really am. I'm loving it even more so that I think my desk is going to stay here. I love all behind me. We're going to probably put some more valances up there. Maybe. Don't know. But I'm thinking about getting my camera to come from, my phone, a hanger thing from up there. We'll see. We'll see. We'll let the Lord continue to pour in. But yeah, I'm going to link that video. So right now you can go and check out that video if you're watching the replay. If you're on the live, it'll take me a minute. You'll have to search for it. But if you're watching the replay, just scroll mosey on over, click on the link right there, and check out the tour of the studio. All right, guys, see you later. Thank you for joining me.